Hello, how are we all? So what I'm doing a wee video to demonstrate my Celtic cross for relationships. So the Celtic cross is a brilliant spread, as it can be used to investigate any issue. It's actually banging for fertility readings, to be fair. But I've kind of tweaked it a little bit, added a few more cards, and it can be used to focus on your relationship. Now, love relationships, but any form of relationships, right? You can use this card. Same kind of deal as the Celtic cross. The first 6 cards will give you the tea on the situation, what's going on in the relationship right now. And then the main kind of staff of the cross, which has more kind of general cards, but then with your future probably outcome, I've expanded that and added some cards in for your partner as well. So I'm doing this for, and we'll just call her Claire, okay? So Claire and her relationship. Now this is a reading for an actual person. I had offered it out to my little secret community of queerants. So yeah, just gifted, in exchange for me being able to use it for content. So we'll just call her Claire, right? But this is a reading for a real person. And yeah, obviously I'm gonna send them the personal link and things like that. But right, I've done the shuffle and the spread just to save time, so the cards are face down in front of me, right? So let's just work through them all and I'll kind of show you how this relationship will work, this reading will work, right? So the heart of the matter. Celtic crosses, generally, most tarot spreads will start with that, the heart of the matter. What's the burning issue? So for Claire, a relationship, right, it's 6 of coins. It's the card of the equal exchange or the unequal exchange. Now, in this deck, I'm using my Tattoo Tarot coins as pentacles, right? I need to go a little bit more traditional in this with the wealth. So yeah, I think there's financial issues going on right now. And I think that's with it's not really an equal flow, because then if there wasn't any concerns, it wouldn't be the heart of the matter. So yeah, there's an unequal flow and I do feel it's financial. I do feel maybe she is waiting, or they are waiting on a piece of news, a piece of information with that letter as well, possibly. So that is kind of hindering them right now. But yeah, I do kind of feel financial, bit more kind of less norm reading. Pentacles in my readings is shelter and safety, the care essentials, what we need as humans, human values, the human experience. So again, the 6 of Pentacles, that exchange isn't equal. So either Claire or maybe her partner, yeah, there's an imbalance there. Maybe Claire's been poured into her partner, trying to make him feel safe, secure, grounded, or the other way around. But yeah, there's an imbalance there, okay? So that's the heart of the matter. So the second card, obstacles. And again, this is the same as the Celtic cross right now, right? But we're using this right now, the relationship. So obstacles, what is blocking Claire in her relationship? 8 of Wands, right? I feel stuck. And again, I think it's possibly maybe to do with this external piece of news, a message that Claire and her partner might be waiting on. 8 of Wands is a card for direction, it is a card for movement, momentum, following your path, following your passions. But in this deck, I feel you're getting pulled in 2 directions, right? So Claire and her partner, it could be Claire and her partner. They're both going different directions. He wants to go one way, she wants to go another way. Yeah, maybe regarding money, actually, what they're spending their money on, kind of thing, what they're using, what they're saving for. So yeah, that kind of push-pull, split in 2 directions. 8 of Wands also marries, it's a shagging card, so it could be, yes, the physicality, the sex has, gone out the window kind of thing. And yeah, that could be that unequal exchange. Pentacles and marines, it's the physical, the human body as well. The key essentials, what we need as humans. Well, yeah, in relationships we do need, well, we don't all the time. There is people, that are asexual and things like that, but kind of generally, yeah, we do need that physicality of sex, loving sex, and relationships as well. That makes us feel safe. So yeah, right, I hope that's kind of making sense to Claire. So the 8 of Wands as well, momentum and that, so just being stuck, just absolutely being stuck. And I do maybe feel it relates to that message that she's waiting for. Oh my god, my dog really chooses these moments to barks. Dancing, enough! Okay, so then we go into the foundations, okay, where this stems from, this central situation. Now, often this card, it can be your subconscious, something that's maybe not known to you. Generally, people will kind of see it once I tell them. So the foundations, where the central situation stem from. King of Coins, I'm feeling maybe someone was keeping hold of the purse strings, and maybe shits came to light. I'm kind of feeling it's possibly our partner maybe wasn't being quite gen up about finances. The kings are the controllers, the bosses, authoritarians. So yep, that kind of fits. If we kind of look at it figuratively, you know, the kings being the high kings, that yeah, that maybe there was a control and they had maybe reached the high point as regards the money, earnings. But yeah, I mean, let's also kind of take the human values and the human experience that they reached the kind of top. And everything was pretty fucking cool. They were in control of their world, basically. But yeah, then we're going to the 6, which is the unequal exchange. Right, okay, so the next card, I keep going to press stop with this fucking video. The next card, the message from your higher self. Now, obviously, this is a relationship reading, and I've not added an extra card for this one because it's for your higher self. So this is a message just for whoever's coming to me to do this reading. In this case, it's Claire. This is a message for Claire's higher self for her about the relationship, right? So like the partner doesn't feature, it's a message for her. Pure message. King of Swords. Right, okay, King of Swords, cutting cords. The kings are the absolute bosses. So yeah, cutting the cords. Claire's got to cut the cords. I'm not maybe saying necessarily to her partner, but I think definitely cords to things, to objects, to maybe to other people, that yeah, it's not helping. So whatever Claire can maybe relate, anything's kind of hindering her to this central situation, that's the cords that need cut. Okay, maybe it is her partner, but I'm just, you know, don't want to kind of go right in with that, but Claire will know if and that's the thing, my cards, they'll give you that validation. So if that's something that Claire has been thinking about already, about cutting the cords to the partner, that's a validation that yeah, kind of thing, that's the right way to go. But as I say, it could be cutting cords to anything that's not serving, that's not helping the relationship, that will help to get them both firing in the same direction. The King of Swords as well, the ultimate truth teller, the ultimate speaker, the ultimate person. You know, they will raise their voice. So I'm feeling it's absolutely a message for Claire to speak clearly, to speak with power, to speak boldly, to be strong in her communications. Because I do maybe feel she's definitely holding something back as regards this central situation. The 6 of Pentacles, coins, sorry, equal exchange, unequal exchange, and then this I push pull going in different directions. So, yeah, I mean, can she cut the cords of one of the directions? Possibly. If it's that way, maybe not her and her partner per se, but if it's, yeah, there's 2 opposing ways that they want to go, can she cut the cords to one of them? But yeah, definitely speaking up, speaking her truth, communicating what she wants, communicating her ambitions, because Source is ambition as well. So yeah, this is just a wee bit of a top line as well. If I had to really go into these, I'd be here all day. So well, I wouldn't really be, I'd be about an hour. So I'm trying to kind of hit the high notes here. Right, so the 5th card, this is your past card. So this is a past. I went for a month here. So the past month for Claire and the relationship, energies, events, influences. There's always that undertone in my readings. I'll be just pop it out, leave it in the past, get it to fuck, okay? 6 of Cups. Yeah, it's the card of the past. It's the card of memories for the past, people for the past, intruding on your present. It can be a pleasant intrusion that you're quite happy to see this person or have this emotion, nostalgia, reminiscing, or it can be very much unwanted. Get to fuck. Is that maybe what the cord needs to be cut? So yeah, Right, that's that. I'm going to move on quite quickly for that one. Right, the next card is the first sneak peek into the future. So again, on your Celtic Cross, you'll get the 2 peeks into the future. You get one for the kind of near future and one for your future probable outcome. And I always kind of make these the same time frame. So the next month for Claire, her relationship, how is that looking? Justice, right? So it's the first major arcana. Cosmic kick up the arse cards, as I like to call them. It's the big events, the big messages, the big shit that's going to happen to you. This deck transposes justice and strength. Here is justice number 8. So justice, the scales balancing. And I do see that. I can obviously, this card is telling me, helping me work out whether I can see this being resolved. I see this being resolved. Just purely what I'm saying about that 6 of coins being the unequal exchange, the unequal balance. There's the out of balance there. This is Lady Justice coming forward. This is the universe coming forward to balance the scales. So yes, I do feel that's the balance. And see what I'm saying, but maybe that Claire and her partner are maybe waiting on a message, waiting on some news or information or something like that, yes, to do with money and resources. But yeah, maybe also the kind of safety, security, the home as well, possibly. This is it happening, and that's the thing, Lady Justice. She'll come forward. She knows when the time's right to dispense the justice, so she'll do it in her own sweet time. But yeah, I do feel she's going to be coming forward. So yes, I do tentatively see that as resolving the central situation. We've got another card coming that will again give me a bit more clarity as to whether I can see this central situation resolving. And while what I will also say about this card, the 6th card, the near future card, you have got the power to change this card. So Claire does have the power to change this card, but to be fair, I think the meaning of this, I don't think Claire can change it. I think it's actually, but I don't think you'd want to anyway. So, aye. Right, so that's the central situation. That's the 6 cards that's kind of telling you what's going on in your relationship right now, or in Claire's relationship, as the case may be, and how to kind of deal with it. And as I say, I'm getting that first kind of wee sniff as to whether I can see it resolving. So we then got the Staff of the Cross. These are the more general cards, and this is where it kind of, I've expanded it. So the traditional Celtic Cross, the 7th card is you, what you're bringing to this situation. So I've got added an extra card for your partner because it's the relationship. So what you're bringing to the relationship, what your partner's bringing to the relationship. What's Claire bringing? She's bringing the 2 of Swords. She knows she needs to make a choice. And I'm kind of feeling maybe a little bit as possibly I'm cutting the cords, whether it's to her partner or whether it's to, something or someone else that's hindering possibly something for the past. So that's 6 of Cups. The 2 of Swords is the choice. As the stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're in a stalemate, you're in a catch fucking 22, and you are going to be stuck until you make this choice. So I think probably she knows she's stuck. She knows she's got to make the choice. She's not looking at the situation clearly enough. She's got to take off that blindfold and actually look at it, maybe take the emotions out of it. She's maybe not wanting to make the decision because she knows, this is going to cause a bit of emotional pain. It's going to cause a bit of emotional upheaval. I don't want to do this. I want to avoid it. But I think we can't avoid pain. We can't avoid shit. And sometimes it's better to rip the blindfold off, make the decision yourself, maybe rather than waiting for the universe to do it for you. That's what Claire's bringing. What's her partner bringing? The Ace of Swords. Fucking hell. So there we go. The Ace and the 2. And again, it's the kind of cord cutting, it's the fresh start, it's the pure truth, the pure epiphany. So yes, Claire's partner is definitely wanting to get the truth of the situation, to get that clarity, to get that insight, the fog to lift. And again, Swords being ambition. And again, there's such a link here because that's the King, that's where it ends. And then we're cycling back here at the start with the Ace and then the 2. So I'm kind of feeling a sense of cycles repeating as well. That's maybe what the cord could be, cutting the cycle. Maybe not necessarily cutting the cord with the partner, with the relationship, but it's a cycle. And again, that's the past, the card for the past. There's something that's repeating here that kind of keeps repeating in the relationship. That we need to cut the cords. She needs to cut the cords with that. And I think her partner absolutely knows that as well. Ultimately, it's kind of going to lead to victory. For her partner, but for the relationship, hopefully. So it depends on what way Claire's viewing this, what it is that she needs to cut the cords with. And I definitely feel the Ace of Swords, that's a decisive. So Claire's partner might actually end up kind of doing it first, because she might be still sitting there in this stalemate position. I don't want to do it. I don't want to look at it. But the partner's got the clear sight, he's got the clear vision, and say this is the active Ace. So he's got to do something about it. Right, okay, so the next card is the External Energies card. So this ties in the same time frame for this sneak peek into the future, but this card you can't change. This is shit that's going to come at you for the universe. People, and we all know that you can't affect people, you can't change other people, you just need to let them. So it's that idea. But again, this card, it'll help me see if I can see the central situation clarifying. 8 of Swords. Could go either way. And my reason 8 of Swords, the ADHD marker, so I'll just kind of drop that in case that maybe will have any resonance for Claire. ADHD. The 8 of Swords has been all snarled up in your mind. It's been, again, it's fitting in with this 2 of Swords a bit about the stalemate. You're all snarled up in your mind. You cannot see a way out. You cannot see a solution. And again, the figure in Rider-Waite-Smith and the 2 of Swords, they're both blindfolded. So there is something that Claire is definitely not looking at here. So she's got to rip the blindfold off and look at it. Her partner's got the clear sight. So maybe it could be a wee bit actually your partner is actually on the right track here, Claire. If that makes any sense as well, maybe. What this is referring to. And the 8 of Swords, it's very much, again, taking the blindfold off. And it's rational, logical thought. There is a solution, there is a way out, there is an answer to the problem. It's just that you don't want to see it. You don't want to look at it. And it's always the best answer for you, not for anyone else, for you. And again, hark you back to that King of Swords, for sure. So Now, as well, seeing my readings right, see cards that are kind of more problematic, that are kind of more shadow, like the Eight of Swords, like the Devil, like the Five of Cups. These are actually got the light interpretation and my readings right. So the Eight of Swords can very often represent that moment where you are freeing yourself. You have looked at the situation. You do have that rational, logical solution, right? So, yep, externally. Again, can I tie in a wee bit with what I'm saying about maybe this message, something that they're waiting on? Yeah, this message might well come, and again with the justice coming forward to balance the scales. That yeah, and that message getting received by Claire and her partner will enable them to free themselves, to free their minds, to get the solution, to get the clear way forward. So I'm hoping it is that, and I'd say I do feel it is more that interpretation, the light interpretation, just going with other cards here with the Justice card, that yeah, there is going to be a freeing, and that Two of Swords, that decision might well get made. But I think externally, yeah, something's going to happen that's going to give Claire maybe the clear-sightedness, the clarity, the she can think clearly, she knows kind of what to do, the way her head's clear. Something external might come to give her that. Okay. So the next two cards, again, these are connected because originally in the Celtic Cross it's the Hopes and Fears card. I keep trying to tweak this, but I can't think of any other card that, you know, would kind of fit. But anyway, so I'm keep it as it is. But again, we've got the extra card for the partner's hopes and fears. So Claire's hopes and fears, the Chariot. Yep, numerology, major arcana. Again, number 7, it's the turning point, it's the fork in the road, it's the decision. So yep, she knows the decision needs to be made, and the Chariot is movement and momentum going forward, and it's following your destiny, following the path to your enlightenment, which again kind of fits in with the 81s a bit about the movement, momentum, and ones as your destiny, it's your soul's path. So the hope is that she's going to get the movement, she's going to do what she needs to do to get the movement, to get the relationship moving, or to get herself moving out of the relationship, whatever way these cards are kind of landing. Absolute movement, progression is on her destiny. And yeah, the fears, I mean, I always kind of go with the hopes because that's the light, but yeah, the fears, you know what I mean, that she's not going to do that, she's going to be bogged down forever. Right, okay, so what's our partner's hopes and fears? Right, the 2 coins. Again, yeah, balance. It's a balance card. So, the balance being restored or the balance not being restored. And again, with the coins, I'm kind of going that financially. Again, we've kind of got the scales on this 2 coins, which is tying in with the scales and Lady Justice. So, I definitely feel a sense of justice being done here. A partner really has got the hope that justice will be done, however form that's going to take for the relationship, right? So, okay, so that's us. We're now going to the last card, which is the future probable outcome. Now, generally by Celtic Cross, I can go like a year into the future. I don't really like going any more than a year, just because you don't really have enough cards to see the connections, so it's going to be very much standalone kind of thing, you know what I mean? You're just going to be here in 5 years time. I don't know how the fuck you're going to get there. And then the further you go into the future as well, we've all got free will, so it becomes so much more mutable and pliable. I've went 3 months into the future just to see if this situation is going to resolve, what's going to be the future probable outcome. Queen of Swords, right? Okay, so we do have the King there from the message from a higher self. Could be tempted to say, I mean, the Queen of Swords is fiercely independent, single, has been through heartache, grief, trauma of the mind, mental health, but she is fucking fierce. She is a warrior. She knows what she wants. She will not suffer fools gladly. She clearly communicates with wisdom. So, again, that message for that King of Swords, for Claire's higher self. The Queen of Swords has the wisdom to know what cords need to be cut and when. So yep, kind of maybe feeling a wee bit for the relationship could indicate Claire on her own possibly that yep, she's maybe made this 2 Swords decision, and maybe called it quits, or whatever these maybe cords that need to be cut kind of thing, or the communication that she needs to do, the truths that she needs to speak, with that King of Swords being the ultimate boss of her truth. I see her as kind of doing that for sure. And ultimately, queens are the wise women. They've got the wisdom. They're the sages of the tarot deck and my readings. So yeah, you know, she's got that wisdom with it all. She is the master of her thoughts as opposed to her mind controlling her. And again, that's that 8 of Swords with that. Maybe that's going to come externally to hopefully free yourself, free your mind, and the rest will follow. You know what I mean, that song. So yep. I do maybe possibly feel that, yeah, the relationship might possibly be coming to an end, but one way or another, it's going to be course cut. There's going to be independence. There's going to be, yeah, that wisdom over communications, their ambitions, that clear-sightedness kind of thing, where she's going. So yeah, so I always do a wee shifty recap when I finish the cards as well, just for a wee. So right, let's see how many majors have we got. That's what I'll look for first. One. So we do only have two majors here. So in the grand scheme of things, in Claire's life, this is just a wee bump in the road. It's not a major. It's not a tower, basically. And I don't really see kind of leaving any lasting trauma or anything like that. As regards to the relationship kind of thing. And that's the thing, like the heart pain, it all starts in the mind, and that's what swords is. So yes, we have a lot of swords here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords out of 12 cards. So yep. And coins, we've got 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's a wee bit notable as well. So there is not much love here. Cups is love, and again, that's that. This one, that's 6 of Cups, which is the card of past love. Could be past love, maybe intruding in our present, past romance. So yeah, there isn't actually much love in this situation, okay, and there isn't any passion either, because the only passion wands is a blocking card, the obstacles card. So, and maybe if they clear that, yeah, the passion, the love will then come, because that's the thing, coins, you're so in the material, you're so in the world kind of thing. So, yeah, so that's cool. So that's the Celtic cross for relationships. So hopefully that will help Claire. And if you think that this can help you, please do yeah, book it. We can do it as a video reading as well, or we can do it as an in-person, but yeah, I do offer it out as voice message as well, and it's really, really good. I'm quite proud of the way I've kind of adapted it and how it flows, and again, it's my existing kind of spread already with that message for your higher self kind of thing, and that we under 20 what to get to fuck. Yeah, that's kind of my personal exclusive tweaks on the Celtic cross. So I hope that helps. I hope that explains it. And yeah, if I can help anyone with this reading, please do either, as I say, book yourself in. If you want video or in person, we'll have a wee chat kind of thing. We'll always have a chat with you before you're reading to work out where you are, what you're wanting. So just you tell me then, or as I say, the voice message readings, you can find it in my shop, or on my Fresha, the booking system as well, if you prefer to use Fresha. Right, but no, that's me, guys. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Loads of love.